downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Well, for the Milwaukee Bucks, it had been an 18-year dry spell. They hadn't won a playoff series since 2001, the longest such drought in the league. But with superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way, the times are indeed changing in Brew City. Kevin?
They are fun to watch. Thank you, David. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Sunday, they'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And then on Tuesday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. So the opening lineup for the Heat, the backcourt, Dragic and Butler. Adebayo is out there with Myers Leonard, and it's Winslow in at small forward. And for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3. All right, tonight a matchup of teams that know how to get stops, Brent. When you were playing with the Spurs, what made those defenses so special?
The word it comes down to is accountability, and that is that you understand you have a role defensively just as much, Kevin, as you do on the offensive end. It certainly doesn't hurt that on the back end you have Tim Duncan calling out plays, blocking shots.
Yes.
But accountability to your role defensively, that's where Greg Popovich gets you to play.
And the communication so vital.
That always helps, but sometimes Pop takes that just a little bit too far.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Dragic. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
Middleton looking it over. Leonard with the steal. About 1 minute into the first quarter. The offensive rebound. Adebayo. And the rejection by Giannis. They shoot again. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Outside, Butler passes it to Winslow. Shot clock at 5.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Giannis kicks to Matthews. In the corner, Middleton with it. Over Winslow. Shot's good by Middleton.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Dragic against Bledsoe. Dragic the pass to Leonard. And that one is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Bledsoe. Myers Leonard picking up that last basket. And the shot is good.
And Bledsoe loving to take on this challenge here, not fearing getting hit on the way up.
And so here is Miami, trailing by 2. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lopez with the block. Here's Giannis, and Giannis throws it down.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
The Heat trail by 4. Dragic with it. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Memphis. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. There's Winslow. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Dragic finds Winslow. Leonard with no one around. Here's Adebayo. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Pass to Middleton. Outside Matthews. Back to Middleton. Giannis passes to Matthews. Clock at 4. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Middleton can't get it to go.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Here's Giannis. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's Lopez. A three-pointer off the mark. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. The Heat trail by 4. Butler feeling out a bit. To the wing on the left. Dragic left side. Releases.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter. The name of the game for the Bucks is defense. Very tough at the rim and challenging shooters. They have good length, obviously, out there on the wings, let alone Giannis all by himself. But defense, a big reason why last year they were able to collect 60 wins.
Here's Dragic following the bucket by the Bucks. A beautiful reverse layup. Dragic has got his second bucket tonight.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Lopez finds Bledsoe. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And Brent, with this Bucks defense, when they're locked in, they're tough.
Well, not only do they defend, they had the best effective field goal percentage against last year. They seal off the defensive possession with the rebound. They were a top rebounding team, second in blocks in the league. As a whole package, the Milwaukee Bucks present a unique problem. Good on defense and hard to match up with Giannis on the other side offensively.
Now Lopez after the missed three from Goran Dragic.
Now we've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
First one falls for him.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch five. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
The Heat making a switch here. Waiters is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that. I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the three ball.
Now Middleton, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Count it, good. 6 points for Chris Middleton.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Heat trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Leonard dishes to Dragic. Back to Leonard. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Bledsoe. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Waiters inside the three-point line, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Dion Waiters wants to score and wants to score often.
Bledsoe outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Raiders no luck. Bucks leading by 6. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Butler sends it back.
And the length of Butler can be a real problem. You've got to respect his reach. And this is a guy who can block shots from the wing.
Now here's Dragic. And it's sent back by Lopez.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Here's Bledsoe. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bledsoe's got 6.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Matthews. It's rebounded by Leonard. Matthews with the steal. And it's Matthews with the jam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there. Give them a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Dragic the pass to Leonard. Kicks to Waiters. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, Waiters and confidence, they go together pretty well.
Well, Dion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Dion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island, where it's full of life on nights where he's hitting it, or it's completely deserted, and there's no point in going.
Free throw, no good for Waiters. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support it.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
And another shot, and Jones sends it back. Johnson kicks to Jones. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots over Korver, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Ilyasova. Good D by Jones. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Memphis. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now the pass to Waiters. Passes to Jones. On the wing, Johnson. Second shot opportunity, and the basket by Olynyk.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
1:43 left to play in the first. Now here is Hill. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low. Here's Connaughton. The kick out to Lopez. Kept alive. Pass to Ilyasova. Over Johnson. And that one hits back iron.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Connaughton. 11 points for him in that last game against Houston. Bucks passing it around. And Ilyasova kicks to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and then he's going to make the right play at the right time.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Now here's Waiters. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Heat have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jones, no luck.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Now here is Hill. Lopez outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Korver. That one falls. And the Bucks lead by 10.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
You know, Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
For Miami, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Olynyk nails both of them.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Ilyasova out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's George Hill. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Connaughton in at the three, the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Here's Hero. Pass to Olynyk. There's the three. Offensive rebound. It's tipped.
Ilyasova not known for his defense, but with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball.
Tries yet again. He's off on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dion Waiters. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 12 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Heat.
And one issue for the Heat for years now, inefficient shooting.
Well, young players are learning how to defend, so you need to do that first. But if you can't go down on the offensive end and you can't find ways to dig out of holes by shooting the basketball, you get down 10 or 12 points. Defense sometimes isn't enough. They've been the bottom third in points scored for quite a while.
And it's Connaughton missing. The Heat trail by 14. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Olynyk inside. Lopez is there. And the basket by Olynyk.
And really the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Ilyasova. The pass to Connaughton. It's stolen by Jones. Plays it in off the breakaway. Jones has got his first points of the game.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Korver. To the paint. 9 feet out. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Milwaukee leading by 10. Here's Connaughton. Here's Hill. Here's Ilyasova. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Johnson.
Well, I appreciate the way Ilyasova can get into a defender down low and then force them to either give space or put them at the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and
I am.
And you are. Let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the floor.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah,
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it. A putback, and it's Bledsoe with the extra effort. Bledsoe's got 8.
Wow, that's something else there. A small guard like Bledsoe in there with a second chance hoop. That's physicality.
The Heat trail by 11. Tipped away. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Well, there's Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
The first one falls.
Yeah, Ilyasova with the height of a big man. He's very much at ease and has a great release.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Matthews in for Kyle Korver. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Miami. And so he makes both from the line.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great playoff run by the Bucks. Unfortunately fell victim to a backdoor sweep in the conference final. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Ilyasova against Adebayo. Here's Bledsoe. Milwaukee, no good that time either. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it. Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Ilyasova, that's tipped. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. The Heat trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Stolen by Bledsoe. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. Matthews. Great positioning on the putback.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
You could see it in that game. Despite the odds going against them, once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
But once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Clock at 6. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Pass to Lopez. Over Adebayo. Lopez, no luck. The Heat trail by 15. Butler with the ball. Matthews covering. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Wesley Matthews picks one up.
Butler is just hard to guard inside. Really good at using his body to create contact against the defense at the basket.
And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
And the first one drops. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys, and it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Bledsoe against Dragic. Here's Butler, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. Bucks leading by 13. Bledsoe finds Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. Giannis right side. But they recover it. Matthews dishes to Bledsoe. Here's Lopez. And he overshot that one, missing. The Heat trail by 13. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Olynyk. On defense, the Bucks. Here's Butler. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Butler's got 8 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now Giannis. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his 1st foul. On defense, the Heat, 11-point game. Good on the shot.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Right side, Dragic. Lets it go from deep, and Butler gets it to go on the assist from Dragic. 11 points for Butler.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Pass to Middleton. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Winslow.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bledsoe against Dragic. To the inside. Butler with the steal. There's Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Bucks leading by 6. And here's Bledsoe. 10 points for him. To the middle. Here's Giannis. They can't stop the run with that one.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Bledsoe against Dragic. And again, the turnover by the Bucks.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Dragic. How he performed last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season. 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Floats one, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Leonard.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Hill comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Miami with a change here, too. Heroes checked in. Giannis passes to Hill. Giannis inside. He's guarded by Adebayo. Hill, no good. The Heat shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Here's Hero. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Bledsoe against Butler. Here's Connaughton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
First free throw is good. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Jones checked in for Adebayo. And it's Waiters in for Justice Winslow. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, one thing you can say about the Heat team, very long and very athletic.
That helped them really stay competitive in a lot of games. But when you can't shoot the ball, really, really hard to come back in games where there's teams firing away from 3 and you can't mount any sort of offensive comeback.
Hill kicks to Connaughton. It's back to Hill. And Lopez has it in the corner. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
Pass to Hill. Now here's Antetokounmpo from outside the arc. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 7 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Johnson, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Hill. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
The Heat shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
One shot.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter. You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
He gets it up, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks ahead. They lead by a bucket. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
Milwaukee came out looking very confident. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. In the second period, they lost some momentum, but fought their way through it, ending the half ahead by 2. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. At the 2 and the 3, it's Butler and Winslow. Myers Leonard is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in at the point. Inside, Antetokounmpo. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Giannis has got 9 points.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Matthews.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Leonard finds Winslow. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
And the pass to Leonard. Winslow against Middleton. Winslow, the pass to Leonard. To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And he makes the first.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Yep, it counts. And it's 13 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Pretty slick move by Leonard. Catches the defender out of position and draws the foul.
The Heat have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And he knocks down the first one.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
And the Bucks making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Leonard hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the jam by Bledsoe.
So much we talk about Bledsoe's athleticism. It was an eye-opener when he first came into the league. That plays another one.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Misses the 3.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Middleton left side. Down low. It's stolen by Adebayo. Butler with the ball. Matthews covering. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Jimmy Butler.
And Butler knows how to take over games. Really good with his shot selection down the stretch.
Over in the corner, Matthews. To the inside. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Matthews. Matthews has got 5 assists in the game. Dragic against Bledsoe. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Middleton can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 4. Dragic looking for an opening. Here's Adebayo. And the rejection by Giannis. And some changes here for the Bucks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Korver in for Wesley Matthews. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Heat. He kicks it to Winslow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Bucks leading by 4. Bledsoe outside. He feeds it to Ilyasova, and it's denied. Winslow wide open, and he fires. The second chance effort gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
And using that 7-foot frame on the boards, yes, Olynyk possesses guard skills, but he can still be a force down low.
And Miami making a change here. Johnson's checked in. On the free throw, no good.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was 3rd in points in the paint themselves and 1st in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves in the offensive flow.
Here's Dragic. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Dragic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Got to respect the mid-range play of Goran Dragic right there. The left-handed point guard strokes it well.
Bledsoe against Dragic. The kick out to Ilyasova. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Ilyasova's got 7.
Even before the ball gets to him, you can see Ilyasova start to position himself, gets his feet set, a good foundation to let it fly.
Bledsoe against Dragic. Good D by Bledsoe. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Dragic against Bledsoe. Over to the left wing. Olynyk tries again. And it's Butler missing. Milwaukee leading by 5. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Kicks it to Middleton. Over Johnson. But they get it back. Here's Lopez. And yes, it's good. Lopez has got his 2nd basket of the night.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball.
Dragic dishes to Butler. Shoots over Korver. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
The Heat trail by 9. Dragic finds Butler. Back to Dragic. And he banks in the layup. He's got 8.
It's an energy boost not only for the player but for the team when Dragic gets hit like that and still finishes over the defense. His teammates are pumped.
Lopez with the ball. Bledsoe outside. Back to Lopez. Olynyk with the steal. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
A moment now to see the stats for Bledsoe. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up and he's really delivered.
That'll be a 5-second call. The Heat trail by 7. Waiters surveying the D. Johnson outside. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Connaughton. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Bounce pass from Hill. Here's Connaughton. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Connaughton's got 5 now. Korver against Waiters. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And it's Korver in the corner. There's the triple. The 3-pointer is right on target. And it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the 2nd time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
Here's Connaughton. Good work defensively by Johnson.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And again, it's the Heat missing. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talk a lot about Bud ball. You add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. Raiders against Korver. Raiders no luck. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The shot, no good. The Heat trail by 8. Here's Johnson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He's reliable, capitalizing on the inside. You have to keep Johnson from getting in that close.
Hill looking around. Here's Lopez. And the shot goes in.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Waiters. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Waiters got 8 points.
When he gets inside, Waiters sometimes finds it hard to finish in traffic, but he makes the necessary adjustment there.
Outside Hill. There's the dish to Lopez. Count that one. Lopez has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 8. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Bucks leading by 8. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. George Hill out there with Matthews, and it's Korver in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
Outside Leonard lets the 3 fly. He can't get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Matthews scanning the floor. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, he just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
Here's Hero. He's guarded by Hill. Kicks it to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Leonard, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Matthews. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Dion Waiters.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Matthews. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Giannis against Jones. Here's Giannis. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Back to Waiters. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Free throw, good. Waiters.
Well, if you look at Miami's future and it was inside a crystal ball, that picture's got to be a bit foggy at this point. They've been in the middle of the pack for a long time, but taking a chance this offseason and bringing in Jimmy Butler as their lone star, we'll see if that recruitment process pays off in some ways for Miami to reestablish some of their culture.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 11. Here's Hero. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
You know, it seems like every year Miami is barely making or barely missing the playoffs. So, Brent, you're right. They've been close.
They keep it competitive. I just don't think there's a way in which Pat Riley will ever let go of the rope that way and tear down the rosters. There's just too much pride, too much competitive fire here for them to do that, and it's not the way that Miami's going to go.
And Matthews kicks to Giannis for 3. Hill out of hand on it. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Back to Lopez. Leonard with the steal. There's Winslow. Lays it up and banks it in.
Great speed by Winslow there to get out in transition and wide, finding a way to capitalize on that opportunity.
Here's Hill. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First one falls for him.
Still struggling to find some consistency as an offensive player, but Waiters does get to the free throw line a fair amount for a guy who shoots so many threes.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo comes in for Jones. And it's Jimmy Butler in for Hero. And so he's able to get one of two. Bucks leading by 6. Middleton the pass to Giannis. Winslow against Middleton. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. That shot no good. Stolen by Middleton. Shoots over Winslow. Shot's good by Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Well, Middleton's still focused on the rim. Even with the hand up, drills that one.
Raiders against Matthews. Left side, Leonard. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Matthews up top. He's guarded by Waiters. Passes it to Lopez. Back to Middleton. Bledsoe outside. And here's Giannis from outside. Miami grabs the miss. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Milwaukee has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range.
Well, sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Bledsoe against Butler. Pass to Adebayo. Winslow against Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Bledsoe kicks to Giannis. Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Winslow. No good from Bledsoe.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Leonard finds Winslow. Outside Dragic. Back to Winslow. Outside Leonard. Winslow against Middleton. Winslow dishes to Butler. Over Matthews. Here's Adebayo. And finally they hit one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Dragic against Bledsoe. Kick out to Giannis. Over in the corner, Matthews. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Here's Butler, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Chris Middleton.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his 2nd season. But since then, his minutes have gone up, and his productivity has gone way up. Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that work.
The first one falls. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
And so Butler nails both of them. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Middleton. Leonard with the steal. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Getting the foul on the shot.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
So he comes up empty at the line.
So much intrigue around Justice Winslow, who's still trying to find the right position in the NBA. Last year, a lot of it was at the point guard position as a wing.
And it's the Bucks on the break. Matthews, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists now tonight. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
And the Bucks making a change here. Hill's checked in.
Dragic, such a valuable player as a combo guard who is a veteran in this league. Unpredictable, pushes the pace, and does not lack the confidence.
And Goran Dragic drops them both.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Hill against Dragic. To the paint, clock at 6, and he gets the bucket. 6 points for Brook Lopez.
Lopez down on the inside, getting that soft touch to go.
Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Leonard with the steal. And here we go. It's Butler. Finished off the break. Butler's got 21.
I mean, how about the speed there from Butler? Just a knack for knowing where to run in transition.
Bucks leading by 4. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the jump by Giannis.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Butler against Matthews. Butler passes to Dragic. Back to Butler. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Butler's got 8 here in the quarter.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Back to Matthews. 13 feet away. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the first one at the line is good. Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic similar. Great use of speed change.
Outside Butler. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Middleton outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Lopez. That misses off the backboard. The Heat trail by 7. Outside Butler. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Butler's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
Outside Korver. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The pass to Matthews. The 3. Milwaukee getting another chance here. Second chance shot. Hangs in the air. Giannis kicks to Matthews. And it's off from three-point range. They push it up 4 on 3. Floats it up for Butler. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Butler always looking to find that alley-oop. Just throw it his way, and he'll handle the rest.
On the wing, Korver. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Now we can talk about it over and over again, Kevin. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. 4-point game. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And so Butler nails both of them.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Now here's Korver. 55 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. That shot misses. Outside Butler. Back to Dragic to take the lead. Giannis grabs the miss. Down low, here's Lopez. Yes!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 4. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Kyle Korver. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. In the corner, Winslow with it. Butler with the ball. Outguarded by Giannis. No good from Dragic. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 6. 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Winslow finds Adebayo. Matthews against Butler for the three. Lopez grabs the board, and so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the three-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Passes it to Okpala. Here's Haslam. No good on the three. And so the Bucks take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, nice win after the last loss. How important is it to win these home games?
We need all of them. We need every single home win we can get. And like you said, it was a good bounce back win for us. And we got to get ready for our next game.
Great job, Wesley. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.